So in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can access the statistics of your website, and for this we're going to use the Google Analytics service. So to get to this page you just need to type in google.com/analytics, and then you can enter your email and password that we gave you, and you just sign in. So if you're handling several websites, you should have several lines here, but if you only have one website, then you only have one line, and you just need to click on View Report. Okay, so after that, the first thing you are going to see is the dashboard, and most of the data we're gonna look is already there on this page. So the first data is the number of visits, and you can see this graph here. Every dot represents a day, and you can see that we just took over the website. So before March 3, the website was not plugged to Google Analytics. So as soon as we plugged the website, Google Analytics started recording all the visits here that you can see, and I have a peak here, which is most likely the day when the newsletter was sent and the people went to check the website. So the numbers you can see here are real visitors, and you're going to meet a lot of people which are going to sell their website with hits. And if we were measuring hits, I'm sure we could add 1 or 2 zeros to these numbers, because actually hits can be more or less simplified to the number of clicks the people are doing on your website. But here we are really talking about visitors, and like you can see, we can even measure the average time a visitor spend on the website. So what makes this diagram very interesting is also the time frame. You can choose a time frame, and let's say I want to measure what happened between only the 3rd of March and the 24th of March. I just apply that, and I can see my diagram now is on a different scale. What is very interesting also is to compare to the past. So right now it's not very interesting, because in the past we were not plugged to Google Analytics, so we don't have enough data to compare, but I'm just going to apply to show you, and I can see that the blue graph is what I have in the past days, and the last month are in green. And like this you can compare even to the previous years, and this really makes this system very interesting, so you can see actual progress of the visits on your website. So I'm just going to turn it back to a simple view. Another measure to monitor is the bounce rate. The bounce rate represents the percentage of people who open your website and left right away. So don't panic if you have a bounce rate. It's normal, because the people would search for something online and they might find your website while it has nothing to do with their idea. So you always have a bounce rate. It's inevitable. I would start worrying if my bounce rate would go above 40 to 50%, and then maybe something is going wrong with the layout of your website, and really the people cannot access your website or something like this. Another measure which is very fun to look at is the map overlay. This basically shows you from where the visitors are coming from, and I can see that right now they're coming from all around the world, and mostly from the States. So you have also more detailed numbers here at the bottom. You can see that number 1 is United States, number 2 is Canada, and you have the exact amount of visits, the average time on the website, the percentage of new visitors, and even the bounce rate. So what is fun is, for example, you go into the United States, I click here, and now I find myself in front of a United States map with a very detailed numbers. So I can see that they are mostly coming from California, Texas, Florida, and Pennsylvania, and a lot from New York. So I just click on New York, and here I can see more details. I think that's the most detail we can see. And I still have my statistics with all the names of the areas here. And basically you can also refine the statistics per date, and you can also select just the last 3 days, for example, and apply, and you will find yourself with the same map, except it's only on the 3 last days. So you can see that there are still a lot of people from New York, 19 in the last last 3 days. Another very interesting measure is the traffic source. On this graph I can see, for example, that I have a lot of referring websites. I have a little bit of direct traffic, meaning that the people type in the web address of my website directly in their browser, so they come straight to my website. The search engine traffic means that people found you via a search engine like Google, Yahoo, Bing, etc. So I'm just going to click on View Report to have more details about that. And for example, I can see that I have my top traffic source, and I can see some websites here which are referring my website. And I can see also the keywords here which were mostly searched to find my website on search engines like Google. So I'm just going to click on Full Report here to see all the traffic sources, and I can see that rci.com is bringing me a lot of traffic. Once again, direct traffic means that the people typed in my web address directly in their web browser, so it was not really a referral. Travel Talk Online is bringing me also a little bit of traffic. And basically this is very interesting because if you ever spend money on advertising on other websites, you can really see the return on your investment by counting the amount of visits this brings you. And that's why I like this measure. Another interesting measure is the content overview. So this is basically a top 10, or it depends how many. Let me click on the detailed report, and right now I have like 88, so this is the top 88 most visited page of my website. So if there is only a slash, these represent generally the home page, and this is where the people are landing when they come to your website. So my homepage generates the most page views, and I also can see what page every single statistics is. So let's say this page is the number 2. I just want to see which page it is to be sure. I think it's about the hotel.html, and I can just click on this, and it shows me the actual page which was number 2 in the top 88. Well, right now it's a top 88 because I selected like all. Let me show you that again. Content overview. So you can navigate with this menu here, or if you're lost, you can always go to the dashboard, which brings you to the main page when we enter the statistics system. I just clicked here, and I want to see the full report about my top content. And basically, to have all my pages here, I just selected to show. But I can make a top 25, I can make a top 50, a top 100. So right now I'm on the top 25. I can see all the pages, and I also have all the statistics for every single page, the bounce rate, the average time on the page, the unique page views, if the people went back or not. So this is quite interesting. Also to monitor what's trendy on your website. So that's all the features I'm going to cover in this tutorial. I'm sure it's not even half of all the features which could be done in analytics, but you can find a lot of tutorials and help online, starting with this help button here, which will lead you to this page where you have all those articles.